Page 30, we wish you a Merry Christmas. Well, this piece is a bit of a challenge here. Let's see. It's rather tricky, so maybe we can work out the trickiness and maybe not. I mean, if not, you can always wait till next Christmas when you're a little better at playing piano and try it again then. Let's go through it just the same. I'll look it over. It's 2 pages long. The clef signs are treble and bass clef. 3/4 time signature, and there's a bunch of quarter notes, eighth notes, half notes, dotted half notes. Everybody's here, isn't it? I see some sharp signs in here. We'll have to deal with those. Both hands are playing at the same time most of the time, so I'm going to take this one hand at a time first. Make sure I can sort of do each hand by itself before I try and put them together, because a lot of times when I put the hands together, it's almost like starting over. So I do this first. Here, right hand, here. So 1 and 2 and 3. 1 and. I'm just crossing over for the F sharp. Don't twist around and do all kinds of stuff. Just reach out, relax, relax, it'll come. Rest, and during the rest we come down. 1 and 2, F sharp here. Then thumb, I changed hand positions. 1 and 2. Again here, then reach down. I changed hand positions temporarily because I got to come up here at 4 now. Thumb down, and then I get rests, and then I'm here. Measure 13. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and crossover. Red. During the rest, come down. 1, 2. Remember the rule for accidentals? In measure 18, that's sharp. That's good for the rest of the measure. It applies with, yeah. So both of those F's are F sharp, but only that measure. Well, that's why in the next measure they had to put in another sharp sign, because otherwise that F would be natural. Let's go down to measure 33 at the bottom, or here, similar to what we had at measure 13. If you can do all that, I do that fast. I'm just getting an idea of what the hands and the rhythms and all are doing. Left hand, well, it starts out with G chord here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, rest. 2, 3, and then G and B together. Rest, rest. During the rest, you come down. 4th finger. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. F C sharp, 2, 3. And then cross over again. Coming up. And now measure 10. 1, during the rest come up. I'll do these staccatos and things later. Right now I'm connecting everything. And then going on, measure 13, come up here. 2, 3, 1, 2, reach down. Okay. Once I have an idea what each hand is doing, then I'll put the hands together. And I may hesitate all over, I don't care. It's fine. I'm just trying to figure out how the fingers are working together. So at the beginning I have this and this, these together. 1 and 2, and then these are together. And then these are together. Rest. And then here. And then here. These are rest. Right hand's down, and the left hand's down. I don't like moving both hands at the same time if I don't have to. Here, on measure 4, the right hand needs to play first, so it comes down, and as it's playing, then the left hand can move. So it's rest, and here. As that's playing, this comes up. And as this is playing, the right hand gets into position. See, I'm looking ahead to see where I got to move my hand while I'm playing the other hand. Is this fun or what? You get good at it after a while. Measure 13. Here. And then here. Rest. Right hand's here, and as it's playing, well, the left hand's actually there already. Anyway, I go through the whole thing and I work it out with the hands together. And then I go back over it slowly and carefully and I get rid of the hesitations. Now on longer pieces like this, I suggest you take it maybe a line or so at a time. Don't try and keep doing the whole thing. Focus on that first line and get it where there's no hesitations. And when you got that, put it aside. Don't play it anymore for a while. Then do the second line and then the third and so forth. Don't keep trying to practice this the whole thing all the time. It's a really inefficient way to practice. It's a poor way of practicing, because you'll get the first part of it really well because you keep starting there, you keep playing it. But the other part, toward the end, you won't be able to play it because you don't play it very much. I've heard people do this when they're performing, students performing. They start out with their piece really well. They know it. Wow, I think this is great. And as they get into the piece, they start making mistakes and hesitating. And finally, when they get to the end, it's clear they don't know the piece. That's because when they practiced it, they always started at the beginning and went through. No. Take it just a little bit at a time. And when you have that part learned, put it aside. Stop playing it. You won't forget it. It'll be there when you're ready. Put it aside and focus on the stuff you cannot play. You'll learn it more quickly that way. Some people start at the end. They'll learn the last line first. And then they go to the line before it. And they'll learn it and then play it to the end. And then they go through it backwards. I don't like doing that, but some people do it. So it's a personal thing. But once you can play it all, at least slowly with no hesitations, then I think about the articulation. We have staccatos. I'm going to hinge at the wrist. High, okay. Rest. Very connected. It's very connected, except for the staccato. Let's put those in. I'm lifting up for the phrasing, if you can feel that, like taking a breath. It's like on measure 6, here, 3 E's. Well, I put a little more silence between the last two because it's a phrase. So I'm cutting that second E a little bit short. It's going ba, 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 so I have time to breathe because you can't mess up the beat. Lift up. So I'm putting in the phrasing. Oh. If there's nothing marked, connect it. Because it's like that measure 13 on these. There's nothing marked, connect them. Now once I have the articulation, then I think about the dynamics. At the beginning it starts P, piano is soft, and it's going to be the melody. This needs to be in the background. Can you play this light and this very light at the same time? Yeah. We get to measure 5, it's the pickup to measure 5. You come up to moderately loud. Mezzo forte. The left hand is soft. So measure 5, sort of heavy, light in the left hand. So for now, measure 9, you get a crescendo. We're going to go up from moderately loud to loud. Just go up a little bit. So in measure 9, I suggest you pretty much stay there where you're at. Now, come up. Now you're loud. Soft, because they gave us a P, yeah, so we're soft. Now, the last note on page 30 is loud. In the right hand, that's the melody. The left hand's in the background. Yeah. And you stay there until the pickup to measure 25 when you come down a little bit to moderately loud here. At the end, we're soft here in the last line at the bottom, measure 33. The left hand's very soft. Get softer. Yeah, okay. And the last measure, I would hold that out a full 3 counts. Because in the left hand, you're done. You got 1, 2, 3, 4. So I would hold that out a full 3 counts. Some people would lift them at the same time, but there's a way to notate that if that's what they wanted. So I would hold it out. Speed, this is a happy piece. We wish you a Merry Christmas and all that junk. Yeah, it's a happy piece. It has to be accurate. What can you do accurately? Find the hardest part in it for you. What measure 13? Is that the hardest? If so, how fast can you play that accurately? That's going to be your speed for this year. Next year, you come back and play this arrangement again. You'll play it a little faster and a little better because you'll have another year of practicing piano and you'll get better. Watch out around measure 22, 23 in there. The melody is going back and forth, like at measure 21. Here. So where's the melody there? They're both. Here. I suggest that you pretend the melody is in the right hand here. Here, even though the left hand just had it. So if you can, bring the left hand down a little bit. So at measure 21. That's what I would suggest doing. Don't have to. You could play both hands the same if you wanted to. The problem is on measure 24. They stuck in another note. That's the melody. They stuck that in there. And that's what throws it off. So that's why I would say let the right hand have the melody there, because that messes it up. It's like, what? No, let the right hand have it. Let's play this together very slowly and check the notes and the rhythms. I'm not going to do louds and softs, just notes and rhythms. I will do the staccatos. Remember the natural accents? 1, 2, 3. We're trying to do those. So I'll give us 3 counts. 1 and ready and go, and 1 and 2 and 1, 2 and 3 and 1, 2. Rest. And 2 and